It's a new month and things look a lot different for our budget. First of all, we didn't stick to our budget. We also had taxes to deal with and a stimulus check. Watch and see how we spent it all. Hey there, Brittany Flammer with videos here all about budgeting and money saving tips. If you want to be able to afford to live a life you love, then hit the subscribe button and the bell so you don't miss any videos. Let's hop onto my Google Sheet and take a look at our budget. I like to use Google Sheets because it's free, you can have access to it on just about any device, and it's really easy to use. So I pulled up my budget, and this is for the month of March. So let's take a look at the income. My husband's income, salary, so it's right on. Mine's variable, but pretty close to what I expected. A little gift money, a work bonus. My husband's a school teacher and got a stimulus bonus that we had not expected. Then we got a tax refund, a huge tax refund. And to check out under our expenses, I'll show you how we're going to spend our tax refund. Now, the goal with taxes is to break even, to have enough pulled out of your paychecks so that you don't owe the government any money when it comes tax season and they don't owe you any money. However, that doesn't always happen. As you can see, we have withheld too much from our paychecks, but I prefer to err on the side of caution in getting a refund instead of owing money. And we had a lot of major life changes with jobs and moving, so we weren't sure exactly how things were going to happen. If you're in the situation, if you have an employer, you can adjust your withholdings so you get more or less taken out, and that will help you at tax time. And we also got the stimulus. Now, who says it doesn't pay to have a lot of kids? My kids think that we're making a lot of money off of them and we should be spending more money on them. But I'm going to show you how we're spending that money without just blowing through it. With the stimulus and with any extra income, we are allotting and deciding what we want to do with it. If we just leave it sitting in our checking account, we'll blow through it and we probably won't have anything to show for it. And you'll wonder a few months later what happened to it. So we've decided where we're going to put it, putting some towards our yard, some towards retirement, a little bit to vacation, a little bit to Christmas. It's okay to spend it on fun things, but you need to allot where you want it to go and physically move it into those accounts so it's not left sitting in your checking account for you to spend. Our donations were a lot higher than expected because we got that tax refund and we got our stimulus. So we donate 10%. We do gross income, and the income I have here is our take-home income. So it's a little more than 10% of what we actually see, and then also some charitable contributions, humanitarian aid type stuff. So our total for donations is a lot higher than expected because we made a lot more. Now let's get into savings. Normally we just do $200 a month for our Roth IRA. We do not currently have benefits with our employer. So this is all we're putting away for retirement right now. And $200 is not enough. But it's better than nothing. We're putting as much as we can and keeping up the habit of putting something in. In a couple of months, as soon as our income increases, we will increase the amount we're doing. It's just keeping the habit. And because we got the stimulus check and our tax refund, we've decided to add more to it. So with this extra that we're putting in this month and continuing to add every month, we will hit the max for the Roth IRA by the end of the year. If you're interested in knowing more about retirement and investing for retirement, let me know in the comments down below. Our car fund, last month when I did our budget, I realized we had not set up a car fund. So I actually set up a car fund, but the minimum we have to transfer every month of the free account is $25. So I will be transferring $25, and I'll change this in our budget for next month. Emergency savings. We had a fully funded emergency fund, but we're adding to it. And emergency savings is really important, and we have a fully funded emergency savings for 6 months. However, we know there will be 2 months my husband is not working this summer. He started and is working part-time as a school teacher this year. We'll have 2 months off the summer, and then we'll be back full-time in the fall. So we know there's going to be 2 months without him making anything. Now, I'll be working some, and I guarantee you he will be doing some work and doing some side jobs, but we don't know what our income will be, and I don't want to be stressed. So we're adding some extra cushion there since we know we're not going to have very much income for a couple months. To pay for Christmas, our credit card is cash back. So all of the cash we get back from that, we usually put towards Christmas, and that's not enough. So usually I will do a spending freeze sometime in the fall, and between that and our cash back, it's enough to cover Christmas. But since we had the inflow, I just set it aside for Christmas now. So we've got enough for it. House expenses, we bought a house and we've been doing a lot of work to it. We are mostly done with stuff on the inside, but now we're moving to the outside. And with that stimulus, we took a good chunk of money so that we could do more on the outside of our house and enjoy it. So for savings, we put way more into savings than normal because we had way more income. And then onto our boring bills, pretty much spot on with everything. Mortgage, our utilities, our gas, we should adjust that for next month, I think. Electricity, fine. City bill, everything else is fine except for our gas, our car gas. I might tweak that a little bit for next month. My husband does have an electric bike now, so he's been biking to work. So I do think our gas bill will drop, but I might increase it a little bit for next month. So let's go on to the fun bills. This is where we actually have control, and this is where we did not do very well. I use my envelope budgeting, which I have a video explaining it, and I love it, and I usually do a great job sticking to it. I didn't this month. We went over, but it's not the end of the world, and I will explain why. Rather than returning something or doing without, we went over. But it's not a huge deal. We don't generally do that, but we have a cushion, a month cushion in our checking account. So if something like this happens, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. If you want me to show you how you can create that month cushion, let me know in the comments down below. Another side note I almost forgot is housing expenses. So we have separate savings accounts for a bunch of different things. One of them is for car maintenance, car repairs, getting oil changes, registering our cars. We had to register all of our cars this month. So we had 3 vehicles we were registering. So we put money in every month into that account. And so this month we spent $341. And so I will transfer money from that car fund into our checking account since we used it. And then also house expenses. We've done a lot of major stuff in the house, but we bought lots of hardware. We replaced all the doorknobs, stuff like that adds up so fast. We've been buying some picture frames, some furniture. And so $1148 is what we pulled out of our house fund. So every month we put some into it, and we had a budget to redo our house. And so every time I spend the money, I pull it out of that account. So little side note. To get started for the next month, I'm going to copy this month. This is March. Copy that. Add a new tab down here at the bottom for April, and I will click on it and paste. Now the actual expenses I'm going to delete because they will be different, but I'm just going to leave the expected and just tweak any changes I wanted to make. So I was thinking about, our car fund is $25 a month we're putting in, and our house expenses is also $25. I set up a new account for that and it has to be $25. The other changes, I will be working more and making more. So we're gonna change that. And then our gas, we're gonna go up to 100. So if I scroll down here, I can see the bottom line. So I still have $39. Our car gas, I'm gonna move to 100 as well, and that gives us $19. I am just gonna leave that and see how we do. It is so helpful to me to track our budget and see how we did at the end of every month, along with checking our net worth. I do it every month and it is so helpful. Stay tuned, I have a video coming soon showing you how to track your net worth. I hope it's as helpful for you as it is for me. Check out my other videos right over here on my previous month's budget to see how we do it. Thanks so much. See you in the next video.